Hi there and welcome back to Reignite Your Creative Spark, and as promised this week I'm going to be looking at an exercise to test how much you trust your gut instinct and how using this technique over and over again will really get you trusting your gut instinct and trusting those really good ideas that you have on an ongoing basis. But sometimes, I know I have in the past, thrown those ideas out because I'm afraid they're not good enough or they're silly or people would laugh or judge if they heard them. If you're new to this blog, welcome and thanks for landing on this page. I'm going to be discussing various improvisation techniques over the next few episodes that will help boost creativity, help you come up with new ideas, things like trusting your gut instinct, really helping you work better with whatever team you work with, be it a family, be it a workspace environment. So pop your name and email address in the box above my head if that's something that you want to find out more about. So onto the exercise again today. I remember doing this years ago and it just jarring with me because I found it so hard to do, and it took a lot of time, and every so often when I get really stressed I can find that this technique gets hard again, but in order to get through the stress I have to keep using the technique because it really frees up my thinking. It's simple, it's point and name. So in your space around you, what I'd ask you to do is point and name the things around you. So for example, jacket, frame, logo, wall. Take about a minute and point at the things that are around you and name them as they are. Once you've done that, what I'd like you to do is point at the things that you pointed at and a few more, but this time name them something other than what they are called. Anything at all. So, toothbrush, pencil, leotard, toaster. Now, I remember doing that for the first time and pointing at the frame or something like the frame and thinking, that's the frame. I can't think of anything else here but a frame. And it caught me very rigidly, and the reason why the point and name game is so important is it takes you out of the categories that you put things into. It frees up your mind to look at things from a different perspective and trust what your gut is telling you about that object. Your creativity in your creative space is actually, for those of you that are fond of things like Reiki and energy therapies and alternative therapies, they say it's down in your lower abdomen. So when you talk about trusting your gut, it actually is trusting that feeling, which is, oh, what about we call it something else? So the likes of this being a toaster and that being a leotard. It's bananas, but it's an expression. Who says that this is only a frame? It can be any other different name. And it's an exercise that if you do a few times over the next week, what you'll find is some random bizarre labels will pop into your head. And all that is your mind freeing itself up to create new associations, new links. And when you think about it, the new links won't just stick around while you do the exercise. They'll start filtering into all areas of your life, helping you find more ways of generating money, communicating better with people, coming up with new ideas, solving problems that arise every day. It's a great technique. So to recap, point and name is in 2 steps. The first step, you point around at things such as frame, logo, wall, and name them as you see them. The second time around, point at the same things, but call them anything else than what they are. You might find you might say that is box the first time because it does look quite square and is shaped like a box. That's fine. And over time, box becomes holder, it becomes square shark, this becomes blank canvas, anything. And you stretch and you stretch and you stretch until the most amazing, bizarre ideas come up. And all that does, as I mentioned before, is free your mind up to think of other uses for the toaster, leotard, mouse, anything else. So that's the technique for today, point and name. It's a great simple technique. It's tuning into what your gut thinks these are, and that creative zone in your body, and really getting it to work for you. So I really hope you enjoy it. Tune in next week, where we're going to be discussing another improvisation technique and how it can help you in day-to-day life. If you're new on this page, one final reminder, pop your name and email into the box above my head, and I will be sending you on one weekly tip on how to use improvisation to really reignite your creative spark. So until next week, have a great week. Bye.